Hey guys, it is Friday here in West Virginia, so it is time for us to do our Free It Friday. And as I promised, we're doing a top three pick today. This is the top three Hot Wheels Mainline first editions that I picked for 2023. I didn't get a chance to do any top picks for 2022, kind of skipped the whole entire year. So this year we're making up for it a little bit, but this year still is not as good as what I have done in the past, in my opinion, because this year it's going to be a little bit more biased about like what I like, because I haven't been buying all of the like Tarmac, Mini GT, Pop Race, other things like that, 64, and really splurging and like indulging in all these different cars and such, and just picking cars because of the detail and such that they have been added to them by these manufacturers and such. So I've been a little biased, been buying stuff that I want for my collection and solely thinking of that. So that's pretty much how I'm going to run the show from now on, because I don't have the money to waste and such, and I don't have the opportunity to get these cars for the prices that I used to when I was in the Philippines. So I'm just going to stick with what I like and then pick a top 10. So that's basically what we're doing. For our top 10 coming up next week. It will be a top 10 of numerous manufacturers, predominantly Mini GT, Auto World, and Hot Wheels, and M2, things like that. There's not going to be any real exotic brands in there, but stuff that I collect and a lot of people I know collect. So, hey, it's basically caters to my taste and some of my friends' taste and such. So, anyways, getting back to our top three today. These are the top three Hot Wheel first editions for 2023. We're going to start with last place and leading up to the grand winner, grand prize winner, I should say. So, number 3 came in with this guy here. This is the Alfa Romeo GTV6 3.0. I know absolutely nothing about Alfa Romeo. No, it's an Italian car. That's pretty much it. I just like the look of this car and the details and also the wheels. Hot Wheels, in my opinion, killed us with this wheel because it looks like a 3-piece wheel. And it looks like rubber tires. Looks almost like it would be a super if you're looking at it as like a novice and just looking at it quickly. You could overlook it and say, wow, it's rubber tires, 2-piece wheel, blah, 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 and such. And it's got some really nice details, but it's not. It's plastic wheels, and they're, I think, just a 2-piece. It has a chrome, basically like beauty ring, trim ring, inserted into a black wheel. So the tire and the inside part of the wheel is one piece, and the chrome is the insert. They did this on the Datsun 510 and maybe another 1 or 2 cars. Here's the Datsun 510, just brought it out to show you guys, and it looks really cool too. And they did white instead of chrome with the insert on that wheel. So it's turned out better on the Alfa Romeo, in my opinion. And they did release this in a second color in the last case in white. I did not pick it up. I kind of wish I would have, because I wanted to see if they added taillight details. So anyways, let's get this guy off and take a better look at him. So anyways, this is going to be cracking open time for 3 cars. So there goes the card. And anyways, as you can see, the card art in the front of the car, should have showed you guys that, actually matches the diecast pretty well. That's one thing I like about the Super. I pointed out the other day in our video for the AK Super, the Escort RS2000. It has all this detail in the front, has a taillight detail. It's just really cool what Hot Wheels is doing with these $1 main lines. So you have detailed headlights, detailed emblem in the grille. Doesn't have the marker lights in it like shown in the card art, but still, it's got light detail. It's got a very nicely defined hood, and you can see a detailed dashboard and such. And another thing I love about this casting is the mirrors are casted into the casting itself. And that's been happening a lot with Hot Wheels, and hats off to them for doing that, because a lot of the like premium stuff for adult collectors 14 and older don't even do that as much as Hot Wheels has been doing with their $1 basics. Now, turning around to the back side, it does have a lack of detail, and I think that's one thing that I overlooked on this one when I chose it, is it didn't have tail light tampos. But because it's red, it's really hard to tell, so you can kind of overlook it and say, well, maybe it does, but it probably doesn't. And I should have grabbed one of the white ones, because I was looking at the white one the other day, and I think it was just blank white. There's no tail light tampos and such. But if you look at like the rear window, you have details for like wiper and such in the rear window. There's a lot of nice details on this car. So that's why it came in at number 3. Now, number 2, and a lot probably would have thought that I would have chose this as number 1 because I'm a Mopar guy. Well, this is a car that they did a grand slam with, in my opinion. The Dodge Viper, the 92 Dodge Viper RT10. And if you notice, they did not try to sell this to us as a retooled casting. It's a whole new casting. If you look at the lineup for 2023, the old casting is in there. It's like comes in purple, it comes in a yellow and such, and you can see how it's kind of a little bit stubby. The wheelbase is too short, it looks a little bit fat in the back and front. And so they did release the original casting of the Viper, and they released this one too. So let's get him off and take a look at him up close. And the card art looks great. The casting itself is awesome. It's one of the best ones I think Hot Wheels has done in a while. And this, in my opinion, I don't know who else has a Viper out there, but this is probably one of the best renditions of the Dodge Viper, first gen Viper, that I have seen out there. The headlight tampos are very, very nicely detailed. They got the Viper emblem there, which is nicely detailed. The scoops, and they are cut out, and they have the insert that's part of the interior bucket, I think. So they did a great job there. Once again, side mirrors are casted into this casting. Even the wheel choice on this one. This is another one that I will say they did a killer job with the wheel choice on this. I know it's just plastic, basic wheels, and these wheels have been around for a while, probably since the 90s. But if you recall the 92 Dodge Viper, this is what it had. It had a 3-spoke on it, and maybe it just didn't have the little split in the spokes. That would be the only thing that would have been a little bit different, and the wheels were more of a satin gray instead of a chrome finish. But they killed it, though, when picking this wheel. It's awesome. Then the side pipes. It did have black side pipes, and that is going to be part of our base here. The base, really, there is no detail there, but hey, it's a $1 car, and so far what we've got is killer. Then, turning it around, you can see on this red car that it does have the taillight tampos and the Viper plate and everything. This actually looks like it should have been like a $2 or $3 or maybe a $4 car, like some of the stuff that Hot Wheels is selling for $2 or $3 each, like Fast and Furious stuff, and then like the Forza things and such. This car is just killer all the way around, in my opinion. Love it. Can't wait to see it in more colors. So that is great looking car. Now, that I probably should have picked as number 1 because, once again, I'm a Mopar guy. Not much of a Mopar 90s guy. More of the classic Mopar, the newer, brand new stuff. But what I think deserved number 1 was this guy here. This car looks fabulous. They released it again in silver. The silver one's nice, but I didn't really care for the wheels. The wheels are the same, but they were all chrome, and I think that they look better on this black AMG with the black insert and the chrome lip. These are the, I forget what they call them, the slots or so that they had on those Spectra Frost painted cars a few years back. I think they tried to release them in 2014 or 15. They didn't go over so good. And then the wheels and the Spectra Frost paint disappeared, and now they've been using the wheels again a lot on mainline cars, and they look really good. So yeah, this is your '89 Mercedes-Benz 560 SEC AMG, and this thing looks kick-ass with the wide body, the detailed lights. Everything looks killer. Let's get him off the car. Take a look at him. And I am anticipating the D case for the Super. That is when this car is going to be released as a Super Treasure Hunt in red. Even the regular variant of the Super looks really good. Seen it in a couple of videos. I think it was Lamley or T Hunted, somebody like that. But the car is going to be a Super Treasure Hunt this year. I can't wait to get a chance to get one. Hope I can find it on the pegs. I hope I'm lucky like I was with the AK Super. Found 3 of them. I'll be happy just to find one of these. So I got lucky and found the Datsun 510 wagon this year, so maybe I'll find this guy. I think this will be the best Super of 2024 in my opinion. But there are some cool ones coming up. That I've seen the Volvo Gassers coming up, and it looks really cool. Then there is the 71 El Camino coming up again. So they have some cool Supers. But back to this car. As I mentioned, 2024 DK Super, but this is its first year is 2023, and it looks awesome. Look at all the emblems on the rear deck lid, the Mercedes emblem, your AMG plate, the detailed lights with tricolor, 3 different colors in the lights. I know it kind of looks a little bit undetailed in the tail light area, but still, yet you have to give them hats off, man. It was a $1 car. And then you have a sunroof that is partially popped open, which I thought was a pretty cool touch and such. So they did a great job. Another one with side mirrors casted in. And the wide body looks great. You can even see it better on the silver variant. You can see all the chiseled lines and such. Beautiful casting. Killer looking headlight tampos once again, like the Viper. And then it looks great. I'm not trying to get it to focus, sorry guys. So, anyways, the Merc emblem in the grill looks great. Had it focused, but it went out again. So, anyways, let me zoom in a little bit here. So, yeah, this car is great looking. So, that's my top 3 for 2023. You have your '89 AMG, your '92 Dodge Viper RT10, and your Alfa Romeo GTV6 3.0. That's my top 3 pick for 2023. I'll be back next week. I'll be back this weekend with something else for you guys, but I'll be back next week with my top 10 for, as I mentioned, the last quarter of 2022 to the last quarter of this year. Because I didn't get a chance to showcase a couple cars that I did pick up at the end of 2022 last year, and I made videos on them, but I didn't get the chance to really showcase them quite a lot. So I'm going to do that with one of them, but I don't know where the other ones fall in place, but I'll have a top 10 picked out for you guys next week. I appreciate you guys watching. I hope you enjoy your weekend, and I will see you maybe again this weekend. If not, we'll be back on Monday.